BJJ report. I know what you're thinking. Less than 2 in 24 hours? That can't be right. Here's some water. I don't think Finn would drink it because he would, it's been sitting back there for a while now. He'd be like, I can't drink anything but fresh water. My game. What is going on, guys? Brandon Hanley here, fatherhood for the rest of us, voice of a generation of fathers who give a damn. What is up, Meg Hanley? What is up, Austin Grogan? What's going on in Vegas? Hope you enjoyed your trip over there in Peru. I can't lie, I'm a little jealous. You were out there in Machu Picchu. Pretty awesome scene. So, like I said, past month or so, been kind of busy with trying to sell a house, selling a house, buying a house, looking for a house, job transitions, yada, yada, yada. And I haven't been doing as much with fatherhood for the rest of us. So for those of you that have stuck around, for those of you that have reached out and have said hello, thank you. We are still doing fatherhood for the rest of us. And one of the things that most of the people say when they join the fatherhood for the rest of us group, and they cite, let's go left. They cite yada yada yada. What up, G? They cite that they want to be better parents. They want to be a better father. They're looking for parenting tips. And if you go to fatherhood for the rest of us, it is just straight up. It's mindset. It is straight up mindset. It's the same type of mindset training that you're going to get if you go to executive training, if you go to any type of coaching, right? Every type of coaching, the first thing that they focus on is getting your mind straight. I just did a training for work, and I loved it. It was also about getting your mind straight, setting yourself up to win, setting yourself up for victory. Just another tool to utilize for when you enter a room. It was about creating a good story, right? Creating a good story, putting yourself in, giving yourself an optimum feeling, giving yourself optimal. Make sure our cousin doesn't hit me. You know, having an optimal story for yourself, having optimal feelings, and having optimal priming statements to get you into it, to make you feel like a winner, to feel excited to be in the situation, to go in with a winner's mindset. And I'm gonna say that, you know, the same thing with fatherhood. You know, some guys come in there and like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know how, you know, if I'm doing the wrong thing, or they doubt what they're doing. They don't think that they're having the results that they would like. Look, I mean, what are the results that you would like? You know, what is that story? What does that look like? And are you being realistic with those results? You know, case in point for myself, you know, I'm having some difficulties with one of mine, just in terms of, you know, how to get him to see that his behavior just isn't working out, right? And I've taken all kinds of different courses and gone through a bunch of material that says, hey, try this, and execute in this way. And, you know, I go through it. You know, you don't know if you're doing it right. You don't know you're doing it perfectly. And I guarantee you, you know, there's gonna be some point in your life that your kids are gonna come back to you and be like, hey, remember when you said this to me? It really messed me up. And you're like, well, that wasn't my intent. I was just trying to guide you along the path, right? And I think, though, you know, so here I am getting away from the mindset aspect. Like, when you join fatherhood for the rest of us, let's say you are a dad, let's say you're a father, and you're, you know, not necessarily struggling, but you're just looking on ways to improve. The quickest, fastest, easiest way to improve, you know, your parenting or you know, your fatherhood, work on yourself. It's not what you're doing to the family. It's how you're presenting yourself to your children, to your family, to you know, your community and neighborhood. So, you know, I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm rolling out of you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu this morning. That's how I kind of prime myself for these. And like I said, just kind of taking some time off to let some thoughts percolate, let some other things happen. And as I said last night, on the way out of BJJ, doing the BJJ report, is that there are going to be times when you simply just got to let the seed grow. You can't, you don't plant the seed and harvest on the same day, guys. It just doesn't work that way. And so sometimes you just got to let the natural thing happen. And that's just kind of how it goes in fatherhood for the rest of us, guys. I don't, what's up, Leah? Hey, girl. I'm not doing things perfectly. Nobody, I think, is doing things perfectly. I love the line, though. You're always working on it, and it's basically never ends, man. Life, there is no end game, guys. You don't suddenly arrive and be like, I'm the best father ever, I'm the best whatever ever, because there's somebody right on your tail. There's somebody who's watching you. There's somebody who's watching you in terms of competition or the best ever type of thing, and they're gonna watch everything you've done, and they're gonna add something to it. They're just gonna leapfrog, and that happens in the competitive market, that happens in industry. But the truth of the matter is, no one could ever be a better you than you. So just be the best you can be, right? And I know somebody, like, you kind of dodging, like, I visualize like a 3D thing, like somebody just wants to hit you in the head when you hear that, and it's true. I still do. If somebody comes up, just be the best you can be. Well, yeah, thanks for the tip. I can't drive and read. That's not a good idea. Leah. The other thing is, and I'm still second. I think the quote for me this year, if I'm gonna find a quote that's actually I've taken to, and this is where I left off last time, I think about a month ago or about a month and a half ago, was taken from Jerry Garcia from Grateful Dead. This really shouldn't be a surprise, me being born in San Francisco around that time period, that I should be quoting him and them. But don't try to be the best in your field. Don't try to be the best in that space. Just be the only one in that space. So I mean, if you're out there trying to be the best of a particular breed or thing, you kind of already lost. You're kind of already lost. But like, what are you creating that's new and in that space? What are you creating that's new about that whole thing? What are you bringing of yourself? What are you contributing of yourself to make that something that has never been before? And I think that's my approach right now. And that's if I look back over my life, and if you look, I think that to me, like, if I was quoting scripture, I'm not a scripture kind of guy, because I know of like maybe 10 total lines, and that's not even all the commandments. I don't even know all the commandments. But when you look at, and then God breathed life into one of us, Adam or Eve, I don't even know. So that's how much of it I don't know. That was his work. His job was to create and bring life into whatever, the world and the universe, this world, this universe. That's how I look at my job. That's how I look at the work that I do. That's how I look at the day that I have. I'm giving life, I'm breathing life into whatever it is I'm doing. I'm contributing a little bit of who I am to make it something that has never been before. And I'm able to create something that's never existed before. And it's never going to exist again in that way. As soon as my fingerprints are on it, it's done. So anywho, that's what's going on. That's what's in the brain. That's what's in the noggin. And Mr. Guys, like I said, I had to step away for a little bit just to reflect, man. Sometimes just reflect and work on yourself. Like I said last night too, a lot of what we do every day, a lot of these activities, a lot of the actions and activities seem to be, and I don't want to say, generalize it so much just for show, but all this action, a lot of times, we're trying to post everywhere, we're trying to be omnipresent, that's sometimes it's too much action just to, how much life are you able to live if you're everywhere, trying to be everywhere for everyone all the time. So I don't know, guys, I've really enjoyed actually just kind of not being around, and spend a little bit more time with my family, and being a little bit less worried about how am I going to share this part of the day with everybody. So I don't know, that's what's going on. So anyways, fatherhood for the rest of us, voice of generation of fathers who give a damn. You got it, Ken. Always is. And that was the one of the emails I got yesterday that also struck me, and my friend, he said to me, I really appreciate the rawness and the honesty from the BJJ reports. And I was like, you know what, man, it's been a little bit, and so it's good to get back out there and give them out again. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.